Welcome back to my rabbit hole. I am Laura and some things have changed. So as you know, if you have been following me for quite some time in my life, there are quite some changes, and I think my haircut now represents that, or like, how do you say, whatever. I am back in my kitchen with my usual face-to-face camera setup because I felt like it's just a nicer, calmer background. So I hope you appreciate it that I wandered down the kitchen, ignoring the dishes just for you to be able to talk to you right now. Yeah, I hope you appreciate it, okay? So today we are back with a very fun topic. I want to share 5 ways, and maybe a bonus one, how to fill up your journal quicker, okay? Because again, if you followed me for quite some time, you saw that I was also struggling, or I am still struggling a bit with journaling. And right now I'm quite okay with just like not journaling at all, because I accepted that I don't have to journal all the time. The journal is there for me when I need it. The journal is there and I can use it and I love it and I can use my fountain pens. But right now it's okay if I don't. I have other hobbies that I'm quite into right now. But I still wanted to share these 5 ideas with you, how you can fill up your journal, especially, for example, if you're having a dated journal, which I don't, because I know myself. Like I said, I'm not journaling every day. I'm journaling when I feel like it, when I need it, everything. So these are my 5 ideas in no particular order. And the last one, the bonus one, that one is interesting. I think that's the most important one, I guess. So, number 1, write bigger. Okay? Wow. What a new concept. Write bigger. Literally, nobody told you before, right? Well, maybe you only like fine or extra fine nibs. That's totally okay. And maybe you like all the nibs. I like all the nibs. I have smaller ones, I have bigger ones. I don't like the fat babies, and I don't like the very thin. Like, I don't like an extra fine or a needle point. I like from fine to broad, basically, right? But broad, it needs to be kind of a special nib, and above, it's only my parallel nibs. But yeah, that's it. So, bigger writing. How can you achieve bigger writing? Well, I'm using a bigger nib, like a bigger nib size. So I'm using a broad instead of a fine, for example. A special nib, you know? Or I'm writing more extensive. Extensive? Excessively? No. How do you say? Please help me, okay? My mother tongue is German, and if I'm totally honest, it's Bavarian dialect. So, I'm not a native speaker, like an English native speaker, so words don't come naturally to me. I just need to be concentrated to speak in English quite a bit. So, how do you say? Expressive. Oh my god, expressive. So, you can write more expressive. You can try big letters. You can, whatever. Like, just try it out and see if it is something for you. Then, leave more white space. Number 2, leave more white space. If you're familiar with layouting, then maybe white space is something that you know about, but maybe you don't. Maybe you have seen it somewhere else, somebody else talking about it. But basically in layouting, there is this concept of, okay, how much white space do you want? How packed shall the page be? And I think this one is a tricky one, especially for me, because I have a sense of how much white space I like at the moment. And sometimes I want the page to be filled to the brim and to have no white space at all. And sometimes, for quite some time actually, I left like the third of the page white, meaning I left it empty, right? And that's totally valid, because for me at that time, I was feeling like I cramped up my hand so much when I came to the end of the page on the right side, when my hand would fall down from the page, from the book, that I really didn't, I hated that feeling. And so I just stopped. I was always using, or most of the time I was using an A5 book. So I just stopped at like 2/3, so my hand wouldn't fully fall down on the table and there was this big step on my hand. You know what I mean? If like I have this next to me. So I wrote right. This is A7, I think. So it represents an A5 size in this. So I would write and then I would just stop here. And then the rest would be white space, right? And that is totally okay. Who tells you that you have to fill the page to the brim? Like, yes, maybe it's exquisite paper and you wanna use the last bit of it and you love it so much that you wanna make to it full and make the fullest out of it. But do you really wanna do this? Or maybe not. Like, maybe just put something small in the middle because you have a statement to say this day, and then you move on to the next page. Like maybe it's just one word, right? And then you move on to the next page. You don't have to fill the whole page from top to bottom, from left to right. You just don't. As well as number 3, only use one side. Like, who tells you that you need to use both sides? A lot of people struggle with Tomoe River paper right now, right? Right? Yeah. Just a few of us, right? Just a few of us. Well, I don't, because I'm not using Tomoe River paper right now. And especially I don't use it in a Hobonichi right now because I have other systems. But there are journals like the current batch of Tomoe River, or also like onion skin paper or something like that. You cannot really use both sides without feeling like, I don't know. So maybe just leave the backside empty. And that's totally valid. That's totally okay because you are the boss. It's your journal. It's your paper. Who tells you you have to use the back, right? Who? You do. You make the rules. So maybe ask yourself, why is there this rule? Okay? Number 4, I need to look. Of course, because I cannot remember this stuff off of my head. I made the list and then I wrote it down, and that's why. Number 4, leave more space in between. So if you're writing lines, right? Yes, I know, this is a ballpoint. I love this freaking ballpoint, okay? Don't judge me, fountain pen peeps. Don't judge me, right? Okay. So if you're writing and you're like, okay, I have a 5mm grid, right? I'm using Rhodia dot pad. I bound the book myself. And at one point I was just feeling like it took so much time to fill all the lines, to write in every 5mm space, that I just was like, yeah, not doing this anymore, right? I want to see some progress. So what I did, now I was writing in 1 centimeter. Like I was just only using every second line. And that's also totally okay. Sometimes I want this, sometimes I want a full page, sometimes I want a light page with big letters or just with like some scribbly thingies, you're right? So just do that. Just use every second line, and that's totally fine. That's totally okay. But not last but not least, because I have a bonus, but number 5 is something different. I know in this journaling community and in the fountain pen community, there are a lot of people into stationery, right? And I myself I'm proud to say I'm also into it, right? And I left a lot of money in there. Of course, because this is what you do as a passionate hobby girl, right? Hobby woman. So this is how my hobbies progress. So I left a lot of money for stickers, for papers, for postcards, and the subscription mailer that I'm getting until now, I don't plan on canceling it because it is just amazing, is the subscription Extravagant Hope by Brandy Kincaid. And she has such amazing stuff in there, and especially I feel it's so amazing because it's not the little stickers, you know, the ones you know from Midori or whatever. I have no idea about these because I just don't like them. I'm not able to incorporate them into my page on my journaling papers. Like not even real good on my letters, my letter papers where I'm putting some ephemera. Like it's just something I'm not as good in. So I love big things. I love big stickers, I love big papers, and I will fill the whole page with them, okay? I don't like so many different things, so I don't like if it's so busy from stickers. So I like the big stickers, which is just one sticker and it's so big, right? I like this. So maybe you can try this. Maybe you can try, if you have smaller stickers, to like put them together to fill the page. Or you can also try to use bigger stuff like postcards, and then ba-bam, one page is full already, because a postcard is like basically, I think, A7 or something, and if you're having an A5 journal, it's taking up most of the page, so you can leave some white space and it's done. It's just done. And so, finally, the bonus tip. Honestly, think about how big should your journal be? How thick should your journal be? How many pages should be in there? And like the line width, how big should it be? Do you even want some lines or some grid or something, right? I think these things, if you have the feeling that your journal is just, it's just not filling up and you're dragging it with you, next time you choose a journal, maybe choose a smaller one, a thinner one. And this is exactly what I want to do after the journal that I'm using right now, because right now I'm still in this journal that I bound myself and that I absolutely love, but it's A5, and so I'm thinking about going down to a traveler's notebook insert. Why? Because I have a traveler's notebook I'm not using right now as much. I only used it on my Dutch pen show travels, and now it's just sitting there on the shelf, not doing much. Maybe looking good, okay, yes, it definitely looks good, but I'm not using it. So I think I want to go down, and the inserts basically aren't that thick. What I don't like about them is that they're staple bound. So what I will do, definitely, I will remove the staples and I'll bind it myself. I don't know yet how I want to do it, if I want to do like a binder that I bind myself, that can house more than one insert, so it's more like a book then, and I can put in the compilation of all the inserts that I've used, and I can just bind the one in, and then when I have the next one I can also bind that in and everything. I have a concept in mind. It's fully developed in here, but I don't know if I want to do it right. But I'm definitely thinking about sizing down in width, like a traveler's notebook standard size is the height of A5, and it's the width not of an A5, it's like smaller, it's thinner, so it's more thin and long, whatever. Right? So yeah, these are my 5 tips that I'm also using myself. And if you have some other tips, please leave them down in the comment section, because I'm interested in it, right? I'm definitely interested in it. I definitely want to make a different video as well, of like how to use your fountain pens other than writing, right? Because some people are not writing a lot. So stay tuned for that. It will not come out next week, but sometime afterwards, because you know I also have different formats on my channel. I have knitting and crocheting. I have normal fountain pen content like swatching and stuff. And these kind of videos, I love them very much, the top 5 or 5 ideas or whatever. I like them to film them. I like to, yeah, I just love them, right? So if you like this video, you know what to do, and I hope I'm seeing you next time as well. I hope you're doing wonderful and you're having an amazing time with your hobbies. So I'll see you soon. Bye!